in USA.
Yo 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 yo.
Jess Hilarious.
Good morning.
Charlamagne the guy.
Peace to the planet. It's Thursday. God damn it. No applause, no nothing. Okay.
Why you laughing like that,
how
man?
y'all feel out there? I feel blessed, black, and highly favored. Happy to be here. Another day to serve our beautiful listeners. What's happening?
Man, we're going to get through it.
Yeah, I was laughing at something I was reading online. But, this morning, our producer's running a little late, Eddie. And, we're very thin up here. We don't have any bench. So, our guy, Art, is in here running the boards. But
we don't have no bench.
Bench.
Oh, bench.
Yeah, so our guy Art is in here running the boards, but he's usually over on the other side. So,
okay.
Yeah, he don't know where everything at, but it's all good.
Yeah. He got to figure it out, though.
Yes.
I want to salute to Jess Hilarious. So last night, my daughter and her boyfriend went to go see Jess perform in the Bronx.
Yes.
Which was kind of scary for me, her going to the Bronx, but still. But she went last night, and she got there a little late, and I tried to play it off because I wanted her true reaction of how she thought Jess was. So I was like, Jess was just all right? And she was like, what? She's like, nah, Jess killed it. She was like, I was dying from the time I got there to the time it was over. Period. She said, I didn't see the person before because I was a little late. I came on mom time. But she was like, Jess destroyed it. So drop a bomb for Jess. It like show so much love.
First of all, we know Jess funny on stage, but listen to what Envy said. I wanted her true opinion, but he tried to lead her. Jess was just all right? That's not what you do when you're trying to get somebody's true opinion. You just ask them, how was it? She was just all right? You leading the witness, stupid.
Yeah, but when you do that, it's like she knows I work with Jess, so she sometimes she's like, well, maybe I'm not.
Be nice, right? And
right.
Be like, no, she was funny, but like, I really wasn't. But like, I really was though.
Nah, she was like,
so
Jess
you could have said, Jess was funny, right? But no, you said Jess was just all right?
I wanted to get the true opinion, but she was like, nah, Jess killed it. She was like, she destroyed it.
Absolutely.
And then Gia last night had a girls' night out to see Chris Brown.
Again?
Yes, listen.
Yes. So they went to go see Chris Brown.
That 300-hour show twice in a row?
Yes. What did you send me last night, Charlamagne? You can give your girl or your wife the world, and she'll still love Chris Brown more than you. It don't matter. She went to see that nigga twice.
I wouldn't say that. No, the first time it was Benz. It was Mercedes that went the night before. Last night it was girls' night out, and Gia went, and because of the storm.
Was your wife with Mercedes the night before?
No, she was not, sir.
Okay.
She was not.
She actually came to the show.
Okay.
She went to the show. We went to go see Jess.
Yes.
So because of the storm last night, the show was like an hour and a half late, 2 hours late. So they didn't get back home till late. So it was daddy daycare. We were watching movies. We were eating candy and donuts. We did everything we weren't supposed to do. And we passed out and fell asleep. So they said Chris Brown, it was like, she told me he was the best performer she's ever seen since watching Michael Jackson on television. She was like, the fact that he performed for 3.5, 4 hours straight, dancing, flying in the air. She was like, it's something that she's never seen before. And she says she recommends all of her friends and anybody to go see Chris Brown. She was like, it was that hell of a show.
Yeah, you just got to be careful when your girl go to see Chris Brown and then she come home real late talking about he killed it. He went 3 hours.
Come on,
see, why you thinking like that?
All that extra.
See, why you thinking that like that?
Because it's a man sitting right now in New York or New Jersey listening to those words that his wife said last night.
Start screaming at his wife. You gave my wife? You gave Chris my residuals?
Oh yeah, shout out to Stacy. Stacy came front row, was in Salsa Con Fuego last night. Stacy, our guy, who makes the cupcakes or whatever, he was in the front. And so I had little gay jokes pop. Yo, Stacy's so funny. Because he'd like be real masculine, and then he'd be like, yeah, bitch. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then he'd go back to masculine. And then, I love Stacy. So shout out to him as well, man. And Rob Stapleton, man. We killed it last night. It was dope. My brother, Desi Alexander, we ate that up, y'all. So, damn.
Yeah.
Pause.
Now, today on the show, we have Cheryl McKissack. She'll be joining us. Now, for people that don't know who Cheryl McKissack is.
Cheryl McKissack Daniel. Yes.
Explain to them who Cheryl McKissack is, Daniel, and what their family has done for this country.
She is the president and CEO of McKissack & McKissack. It is the nation's oldest minority and woman-owned design and construction firm.
She's black.
She is black. She has a new book out called The Black Family Who Built America. The McKissacks, 2 centuries of daring pioneers. They are a 5th-generation minority and woman-owned design construction firm. They've worked on everything from the Barclays Center to JFK Airport, the Lincoln Field in Philadelphia, just to name a few of the constructions that they've been a part of. And y'all gonna learn something this morning, whether you want to or not. So so join us.
They are family generational goals, and we're going to talk to them. 5 generations.
That's right.
of families that have been building and supplying jobs. And, oh, man, it's just an inspirational story. You'll hear about them.
And she'll be here to talk about her family as well as her new book, The Black Family Who Built America, which is out now on my book imprint, Black Privilege Publishing, with Simon & Schuster.
Hey.
All right. Well, let's get the show cracking. Morgan has us up next with front page news, so don't go anywhere. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get in some front page news. Now, in some quick sports, the NBA approves the sale of the Boston Celtics. Now, they're saying it's going to be going for $6.1 billion.
Yeah, that's about right.
That's crazy.
That's about right.
Crazy.
I just don't know how these people make money, but I guess it's a long-term investment, right? Like over time, I guess you'll make your money back, or maybe you'll sell it again in another decade or 15 years for double that. I don't freaking know no more, man.
I don't know. That's a lot of money, though.
A lot of money. A lot of money.
What's up, Morgan?
Hey, y'all. Hey, so let's get into it. So first on front page, President Trump is congratulating his administration over the crime crackdown in Washington, D.C. Now, yesterday, Trump said D.C. will soon be, quote, crime-free, with the National Guard troops and federal officers on the streets, adding Washington, D.C. will be cleaned up. Let's take a listen to his comments.
We're going to make Washington beautiful. We're going to redo roads. We're going to redo the medians, the pavers, and the medians all throughout the city. We're going to take all the graffiti off. We're going to have to remove the tents.
So the president also said that crime stats compiled by local police for the nation's capital were fraudulent, and he insists the numbers are much higher than what was previously reported. Meanwhile, Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson is speaking out following President Trump's threat to his city to deploy National Guards to Chicago to fight crime. Now, Johnson called the president one of the biggest threats to humanity, and said that we've seen an entire humanity that we've seen in this entire generation. Now, he said that Trump doesn't have the legal authority to deploy National Guard troops, and he also called on the president to reinstate funding for community violence programs. Let's take a listen to Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson's response to President Trump's threat.
Though we take these threats seriously, we will not bow down or succumb to his tyrant rage.
And here for you guys in New York City, Mayor Eric Adams weighed in on the controversy this week, saying he welcomes federal help to lower crime in New York City, but he says what's happening right now in Washington, D.C. is not something that they need to happen in New York. Now, he said, if they want to help, they can help with cracking down on people getting a hold of automatic weapons, while mentioning the Las Vegas man who came to New York and killed 4 people inside that Manhattan office building. So, again, I'll continue to keep you guys posted on what's happening in D.C. with this Trump takeover and these federal authorities supposedly cracking down on crime in the streets. So that's your front page news.
I am for doing things to combat crime, but you are not truly combating crime if you aren't addressing the social and economic factors that contribute to crime. I'm going to keep saying that. Give these kids something to do. Trade schools, STEAM programs, job fairs, better mental health services, make the schools better. Give these kids something to do. Provide them some type of opportunity so they don't turn to crime to begin with. And the fact that an idle mind is always going to be the devil's playground. So when you got these kids that come from certain environments, they're poor and disenfranchised, they're going to turn to crime if they don't have anything positive to do. That's how you make a real investment in the community, and it's a long-term investment. Because to me, this is just a temporary, solution for what has been a permanent problem in our society, which is poverty.
That's right. Well, thank you, Morgan. Everybody else, get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, phone lines are wide open. Again, 800-585-1051. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Wake up, wake up. Wake your ass.
This is your time to get it off your chest. Whether you're mad or blessed, we want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
Good morning, Breakfast Club.
Good morning. Why are you whispering?
Who's this? What's your name?
Sounding sexy.
I'm not trying to sound sexy. This is your friendly friend, Nicole Wallace from St. Louis.
Peace,
and
Nicole.
Hopefully you guys remember me.
Yeah.
My birthday is the same day as the show.
Yeah, December
anniversary.
10th.
December 6th.
6th, yep.
Hey.
Yeah.
Yo, it's crazy. He do not know yet.
Yes, I do, Nicole. December 6th, St. Louis.
Himself.
What's happening? We love you. What's happening?
What's up, mama?
Okay. Well, let me not be rude and say good morning again. DJ Envy, I'm calling from the St. Louis metro area, and I was wondering, with your car shows, will you ever come this way, or are we too far away?
Probably not. I think you guys might be a little too far. The problem with the car show is, I always say, getting the cars to markets outside of the East Coast and South is pretty difficult because it's very expensive to get those cars down there. But we're working on sponsorship in those areas in the Midwest and West Coast, so hopefully we can bring it down there. Like I said, I don't charge that much for the car show, so it's not like we're making a huge profit. So getting the cars down there is difficult, but I would love to go to St. Louis. I think that would be cool, and maybe rope in Nelly and Sexy Red and some of the local artists down there and get some of their cars. I just think it'd be great, but well, we're trying. We try to do two, 3 markets a year, and maybe St. Louis will be on the next year or the year after, hopefully.
Well, I was wondering, for next year, how can one become a vendor?
All you have to do is you can email Mercedes Walker, who's my general manager and assistant, djmvcarshow@gmail.com. But next week we'll be in Jersey. Next year we're definitely doing the Carolinas because so many people from South Carolina and North Carolina come in all the time and they want me to do it. So, but hopefully we can get down there. And thank you for checking in and asking.
Okay, one more question.
Hold on, give him Mercedes' email again. size12sneaker@gmail.com.
Yo, chill.
Yo, shut up, man.
Mercedes Walker.
It's djmvcarshow@gmail.com.
Oh.
Okay, one more question. Charlamagne.
Yes, ma'am.
My sister, Katie Odie, she sent you her book. Did you get it?
What's the name of it?
Izzy's Almost Epic Day.
I'm going to go look. I don't remember receiving that one. Izzy's Almost Epic Day. I don't think I received that. I'm going to go look, though.
Okay, if you guys could please do me a favor and read it. My sister, she's a wonderful, wonderful writer, and the book is so funny. And Jess, with you being a professional comedian, I promise you're going to laugh.
Oh, I can't wait to read it.
She don't even read.
Thank you. You're a clown.
Right.
You're a clown.
Well, thank you for checking in, Mama. Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, hit us up now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
Good morning. This is James calling from North Carolina.
James from the Carolina. What's up, brother?
What's going on with you, man? I just wanted to get it off my chest about these customer service workers or gas station attendants and whatnot. When they're on their jobs, if anybody out there that's in them jobs that are listening now, when you're on your job, man, leave your attitude at home and don't be on your phone with personal calls and whatnot. And some of them have the nerve to look at you like you bothering them when they're the ones on the clock. Exactly. I didn't apply for that job. You did.
Like all you trying to do is go in there and get your little, gas station pills, you know what I mean? Your little horny goat weed, your little powers in. And that's all you trying to do. You just trying to go in there and get your little package and they're bothering you, right?
But you got to understand too, sometimes they got to deal with a lot of us crazy people with a lot of different attitudes, so sometimes what we do affect them as well.
Yeah, that's all fine and dandy, but if a person is being cordial and nice to you, you don't take that out on them.
You right. But a lot of people that go in there to buy like them gas station pills, like the extends and stuff, they be having an attitude because they think that the person behind the counter is judging them when they buy this stuff for their erectile dysfunction, right? So I understand your pain.
Yo, you...
I don't buy any of that stuff, man.
We see where Charlamagne gets it from. All right.
Exactly.
Thank you, man. Thank you, brother. Hello, who's this?
Hi, my name is Christina.
Hey, Christina. Get it off your chest, mama.
Okay, hi. Good morning, by the way. I'm on a freeway drive. I'm off work. But I was calling regarding what Charlamagne was talking about with children needing something to do as far as education or trade schools and things like that.
Yes, ma'am.
What I personally believe is you're absolutely right. These kids do need something to do. With the cost of inflation, they see their parents struggling and stuff like that. What are they to do? Just watch a parent struggle, get kicked out of their place, their house, or whatever like that. Food is high. Everything is triple or double. It doesn't make any sense. Like, we really need our representatives, our state representatives in Congress to actually get out there and fight for the youth, because who are the future? They are the future. Who is the future? No, I'm sorry. I'm on a freeway.
No, I'm with you. We get you. We know exactly what you're saying.
It's not making any sense.
Just quote Whitney Houston. I believe that children are the future. Teach them well and let them lead the way.
It's terrible.
But I will say this, ma'am, we have to make having a job cool again, because there's a lot of businesses out there, if you ask, they're looking for employees, and a lot of people don't want to work. They feel like the job is beneath them and it's not cool to work. all of us up here has worked, a job that we only got paid minimum wage, but we did it to help our family or to help ourselves. I did telemarketing. I worked at the U.S. Open. Charlamagne worked, I think, at Wendy's for a day.
Taco Bell, boy.
Oh, Taco Bell for a day.
That's so much better.
Yes, but I also sold crack. But let me tell you something. Envy's right. People do need a job, but what we got to do is really invest into these kids' futures. That's why I keep stressing trade schools. We need to have STEAM programs. You need to have job fairs. You got to implement things that these kids are going to be able to use long term. Like, that's the real investment that needs to happen in our community.
Also, fair wages, because some of the places they're still hiring at a wage that's not livable. Everything is, like I said, high, very high, expensive, and my mortgage is expensive, but my property taxes is expensive. When you're when you're in the youth and you're watching your parents struggle, and food is really high, everything has just gone up ridiculously. And, it's sad. It's sad. And trade school, I feel like, is important.
Hell yeah.
Like, offer something for the kids. Give them some type of incentive to look forward to, so when they do get older, they can, reach out to the youth once again and let it be a trickle-down effect.
That's right.
Because it's sad.
Trade school and STEAM programs. And that's what I'm saying. Anybody that's talking about combating crime, if you're not addressing the social and economic factors that contribute to crime, then you're not really serious about it. You can send all the police you want into these areas, but these kids, it's going to be a never-ending cycle because you're still not doing anything to keep these kids from turning to a life of crime.
Yeah.
That's right. And let me salute to Lincoln Tech. Lincoln Tech is a trade school all over the country. You should definitely check them out if you're thinking about it. They got automotive, they have welding, they have electrical, they have HVAC, and now they have the new CDC program where they can actually build things out of nothing. So check out Lincoln Tech. That's why I support Lincoln Tech so much.
Where is Lincoln Tech, yo?
They have them everywhere. They got them in Jersey, they got them in Maryland, they got them in the South, they got them in Texas, Atlanta. They're all over the country.
Got you.
Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, you could definitely give us a call. Now, Lauren, you got the latest coming up?
Yes, I do. Cardi B is talking about Jay-Z clearing imaginary players and what that process was like. She's getting into all the details, so we are going to talk about it.
So she is sampling imaginary players.
I told you that yesterday.
Charlamagne was correct. So what the info? He did.
Oh, no, yeah, I just told y'all behind the scenes.
Yeah, so
no, it was on there when you said it.
Oh, no, but he wasn't in. I told him behind the scenes.
That's what's up.
Yeah, but she's talking a bit about the process. And, some people are like, should she do it? Should she not? She said she got the approval that matters, which was his.
That's true.
So she's moving forward. We're going to get into it. We're going to get on all the things.
All right. We'll get to that next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Yes, it's the world's most dangerous morning show, The Breakfast Club. Charlamagne the God, DJ NB, Jess Hilarious. And now it's time for the latest with Loren.
Lauren be coming with straight facts.
Live.
She gets them from somebody that knows somebody.
She gets the details.
I'm the homegirl that knows a little bit about everything.
She be having the latest on it.
The latest with Loren LoRosa.
Sometimes she have facts, sometimes she have details, sometimes she have a little bit of everything.
Well, it's the latest.
On The Breakfast Club.
Talk to me.
All right, y'all. So we are going to get into Cardi B and all the things, but really quickly before we go there, I did want to send a congratulations to Beyonce. Talking about women in music, Beyonce won her first Emmy Award this week for her Netflix special Beyonce Bowl, which was the concert she did at Christmas and on Christmas in Texas that streamed on Netflix. And this puts her halfway at EGOT status because she has Grammys and now she has an Emmy. So congratulations to her.
Well, they had their own Emmys for Beyonce? When the hell the Emmys was on?
So they haven't actually come on yet. This was the juried Emmy. So the way that the juried Emmys are set up, there's like a panel or a group of people or like her peers or professionals that get together, they vote, and then they make a decision. But she is nominated for 2 other categories. So she won the Emmy for Outstanding Costumes for Variety, Nonfiction, and Reality Programming. So basically, the looks within the Netflix special.
Okay.
Yeah, because she was listed, she's been listed as executive producer and also as live performer, but she's also nominated for Outstanding Variety Special Live, and she's also nominated for Outstanding Directing for a Variety Special. So how this goes is the jury Emmys, like I said, they sit down, they have a conversation, they vote, and then they make a decision. That's the first Emmy that she has, but the additional Emmys will come on and they'll actually stream. So it takes place in LA at the Peacock Theater Saturday, September 6th and Sunday, September 7th.
Boy, you learn something new every day. Beyonce got her own Emmys. Who knew?
Yeah.
I never heard
Was
this
anybody
before.
else
It's
get
not-
submitted like that? Or
Yeah,
she was
so
the
it's
only one?
not just they didn't make it just for Beyonce. This happens all the time.
I can't tell. Let my narrative sound better. Damn,
Right.
the Emmys got their own. Beyonce got her own Emmy.
Period. She got her own internet. It's Beyonce's internet and
Wow.
Beyonce's Emmys.
And Shorty works hard.
Yes.
She works very hard. I saw something where it said before she did the Renaissance tour, she broke her knee. Or something like that. It was like a knee injury. She had to have surgery on her knee. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
She didn't break her knee, but she had to have surgery on her knee. This was before the Renaissance tour. So, man, she definitely works very hard.
Yeah.
So congratulations.
And there was that video. Remember, she was taking a picture with, I believe it was, I forget which one of the former Destiny Child members, but they came to the tour with their kids, and she sat.
Yeah.
She bent down and was like, "Oh, my knee," and people was like, "God, please don't take
And took
Beyonce
a
knees from
picture
us.
with-
We need
yeah.
the
I think it
knees."
was LaToya.
Okay, LaToya, yeah.
Latoya's niece.
I mean, it can only be LaToya or Latavia.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just didn't know which
Latavia.
one.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was Latoya's niece. Yeah.
But yeah, so congratulations to Beyonce. I did want to go there because then we are about to talk about Cardi B.
Hey.
So Cardi B, we've been talking about Imaginary Players, which is a single that she has coming off of her new album that'll be here soon. The new album, Am I the Drama? Now, she talked about Jay-Z because a lot of people were trying to figure out, would this be a sample of Jay-Z's Imaginary Players, which we confirmed in the room. And Cardi B is now talking about her experience with clearing the record and people taking a listen early.
Was a lot of hip-hop heads in the building, and they heard Imaginary Players, and they absolutely love it. And I was so happy because I don't think you guys understand. The song is kind of long. This song is like a staple for me. I have to get it approved by you one and only. And if he didn't approve it, I probably wouldn't even feel a certain type of way neither, because it would have been like, okay, maybe I just had to come a little bit harder. But I'm glad that I came hard and he loved it and everybody else loved it. And somebody came up to me and they said, I'm not even gonna lie, when you announced that you was doing Imaginary Players, I was a little nervous, but you ate that. And I was like, yay.
If Jay-Z didn't like it, it wouldn't have gotten clear.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm very interested in hearing it on Friday.
Me too.
I am too.
I'm so excited.
And I love the way that naturally, I mean, I feel like Cardi she's become one of the queens of like rollout. She has like her visuals all the time and the photos and all that.
This is a real rollout.
Yes, but I love that this feels like a real rollout. But I also love that I feel like we're experiencing the dropping of the songs and the experience of her getting things sampled in real time with her. Like she's going through it, she's getting online talking about it. It's very like how Cardi is. It feels like we're going along the journey of the album with her. So I love that feeling as well. But Cardi also,
I will say though, if the song isn't good, then not only are they going to get at Cardi, they're going to get at Jay-Z too.
Yeah, for signing off on it.
Yes.
very much so. Well,
But I think like she said, if he didn't sign off on it, right, then she would feel like, all right, I had to come harder. So she might, man, there might be some fire, some bars she dropped. She might go crazy on it.
It's actually harder for people my age, people born in the 1900s, to hear that record. Because we've grown up on Imaginary Players. Imaginary Players is so much a part of our DNA. So I got to get that out of my head completely. Wash that off my palate. The taking Cardi on Friday.
yeah, I get what you're saying. I think people hold on to that. Yes, I do.
You were born in 1978.
I don't mean I get it because I'm as old as you. I meant that I got it because I get that, y'all, you hold on to your things. Like, your prices and how they used to be and all that stuff that y'all yell about.
Where you hoard wigs and
what's
hair you
next?
should have
He
thrown
was
out
sitting
a
there
long
thinking
time ago.
about that one.
No, hair you should have
you
thrown
got
out
that
a long
off.
time ago.
Okay,
Now
all right.
continue.
Well, next, speaking of people and potential backlash with Cardi B also talked about on a late night Twitter Spaces Tyler. She defended Tyler because Tyler has been under some scrutiny recently. Let's take a listen.
Whether I speak or not, people are gonna talk. Look at Tyler. People been dragging the out of Tyler, and it's like the girl don't even address or talk about nothing. I'm starting to feel that people just don't like celebrities. The only way that people like celebrities if you don't say nothing at all, and they beat your energy, they beat your confidence, they beat you to the ground. To be honest with you, I don't even know the hate about it because I never really got into the details of what is the real hardcore thing. However, all I do know is every single time I scroll down on my TikTok, there's a video of her and people are talking and it's like, damn, what do you guys want her? What do you want her to do? Cut her veins. Like, enough.
That's exactly what they want, Barty. They want blood. That's exactly what they want, because people are sitting at home and their lives are miserable, so they always want to defecate on somebody who looks like they're loving their life. But what the hell did Tyler do?
So, the ethnicity conversation and that whole thing when she called herself a colored woman.
They still on that?
Yes, and even in like the art, because
very much so. They're heavy on that.
So she's releasing music and trying to, move on with her life. And when things don't do well, a lot of people right now are having a conversation about if those comments are the reason why she's not translating well, especially here in the
UK. She put out
even
music?
She put out a project. Go ahead, Jess.
But even when she had like her brand deal, like she had a brand deal with what's the headphones thing, the Beats. They all up under that. They like her rollout for Beats. Like, it was everybody. The comments, like, they swarm her with just hate because she won't speak directly to clarifying what she meant by
she has, though,
colored woman
quite a
and
few
all
times.
that stuff. Well, I mean that's what Cardi is talking about, though. They keep saying it.
Yeah,
they still running with it like she hasn't explained.
So in July, she put out a mixtape called WWP, but people just been having a conversation about like how well the music is or isn't sticking. Like, you asked, like, oh, she put out music, and at one point Tyler was, when her music dropped, you felt the songs, like you knew Tyler. She was everywhere on the radio, she was everywhere. But people are basically saying that now, fans are just not feeling it as much as she was so beloved when she first came out.
Y'all do know hit records are hard, right? Like she had that hit record Water. That's hard to do again. That's why the people like the Beyoncés or the Taylor Swift, they get the Rihannas, they get celebrated because they've had multiple hits. The Drakes of the world, the Kendrick. When you're able to create multiple hits, SZA, multiple hits over years and years, that's hard to do. But maybe she just don't have a hit.
But her music is good. It's just that when you put that on top of somebody not liking you because you say, like, influence is a thing,
but
too.
hit records transcend all of that.
But
There's plenty
mind
of
you,
people folks don't like, but they come out with a hit record. A good record don't mean it's a hit record. There's a difference.
I will say though, I think people just like a narrative with Tyler, because she has a song with I was trying to look up the name. It's with WizKid. It's called Dynamite. I believe it's off of WWP. And people love that song. But I think it depends on who you're talking to. TikTok and different people and a lot of online conversations.
Is it a top 10, top 5, number one on Billboard?
Is it Water?
That's what I'm saying.
Her first song.
When you got an undeniable bop, that's exactly it. It's undeniable.
Yeah.
Can't nothing stop an undeniable bop.
I was trying to see. I was trying to see what made Billboard from the mixtape, but I don't have it right now. So yes, in wrapping up. Shout out to Tyler, man. Y'all, they rough on her.
Yeah, shout out to Tyler.
Listen, we got front page news coming up next with Morgan Woods. It's the world's most dangerous morning show, The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Let's get in some front page news. What up, Morgan?
Hey, y'all. Hey, so let's get into it. In international affairs, President Trump says his virtual meeting with Ukrainian President Zelensky was a 10. He said that he'd rate the call. That also included Vice President Vance and European allies. And the call came prior to his summit with Russian President Vladimir Putin on Friday in Alaska. Trump again said the Ukraine-Russia war is not his and it belongs to President Biden. But he said he'll impose severe penalties on Russia if Putin won't agree to a deal. Let's take a listen to President Trump's plan to end the conflict.
If the first one goes okay, we'll have a quick second one. I would like to do it almost immediately. And we'll have a quick second meeting between President Putin and President Zelensky and myself if they'd like to have me there.
Yeah, so again, Zelensky has said that Ukraine will not give up any territory to Russia and it will not give up trying to gain NATO membership. Now, Russia has demanded Ukraine give up land to reach the deal to end the war. Now, President Trump's meeting with Russian President Vladimir Putin will not be diving into issues surrounding territory, and European leaders confirmed President Trump assured them of his plans during the meeting with Ukrainian President Zelensky. Now, according to reports from the Wall Street Journal, Trump told leaders he would negotiate territorial issues, he would not negotiate territorial issues as that matter when he meets with Putin on Friday in Alaska. So their territory and all that movement of land and all of that stuff is off the table as of right now.
And it should be. If Trump can't stop any of these wars, it really shows how weak America is looked at on the global stage. Like, he couldn't stop Israel from waging war on Gaza, which I don't think they want that to stop. And if he can't stop the Ukraine-Russia war, it really is another campaign promise that he did not keep. He said that he was going to stop all of these wars immediately on day one. He actually said these wars wouldn't happen if he was in office. So if he can't stop any of these wars, it really shows how weak America is looked at on the global stage now.
All right, now, so switching gears, the Texas Senate approved the new congressional maps Tuesday in an effort to give Republicans more seats in the House of Representatives. Now, the district maps still need to be approved by the Texas State House, which has been in a standstill since Democrats left the state to protest that move. Now, 9 Senate Democrats walked out yesterday to protest what they called a corrupt process. The effort to redraw the maps came at the request of President Trump. Now, a special session in the Texas legislature now ends on Friday, but Republicans are not giving up their plan to redraw those congressional boundaries. House Speaker Dustin Burrows says the governor is committed to calling as many special sessions as needed to pass redistricting. Let's take a listen to House Speaker Dustin Burrows.
If we still do not have quorum on Friday, the governor will immediately issue a proclamation for a second called special session. He is committed to calling us back again and again and again until our work is done.
Interesting fact about these special sessions, they cost apparently the state more than $1 million when you factor in lawmaker pay, security, and electricity for the Capitol building. So that's paid out to the legislature's operating budget, meaning there is less cash for other things. So, and of course, this comes as a report says Democrats are actually prepared to return to Texas over the weekend because that special session ends on Friday. So we'll see what comes of that. Remember, they're supposed to be facing fines and possible arrests and things of that nature. So we'll see what happens as those Dems supposedly return back to Texas for this congressional map. And this is my last story. Back in Washington, D.C., a man is facing federal charges after throwing a sub-style, hoagie-style sandwich at ICE, basically, Customs and Border Protection agents who were patrolling with Metro Transit Police on Sunday. His name is Sean Dunn, and he's seen in a viral video approaching the officer while saying they are not wanted in D.C. After several minutes of confrontation of him being in his face and cursing and saying some other thing, Dunn then hits the officer in the chest with the sandwich. Now, he then took off running, and it seems like they caught up with him. He was later arrested and admitted to the incident while being processed. Dunn has not yet entered a plea, and court records show no attorney listed for his defense. And I just want to say,
that's sad, man. What kind of sandwich was it?
You stupid. What? You stupid.
Damn,
there is a Subway nearby, though, so it could have been a Subway. But I just want to say this to people who don't know. A lot of people have these state laws and things like that. D.C. is always just the feds. I'm going to just go ahead and put it out there like that. If you want to come to D.C., just understand that you're going to always be dealing on a federal level. So everything in terms of charges is going to be amplified. You can't come out here and do something and break the law, and it's going to be an easy task. I'll just say that. Even parking tickets can tend to be a little difficult. So for someone who is coming into D.C., to the mayor's point, as she said earlier this week, just follow the laws. That's all I'm going to say.
All right.
So that's your
thank
front page
you,
news. I'm Morgan Wood. Y'all can follow me on socials at Morgan Media. And for more news coverage, follow at Black Information Network. Download the free iHeartRadio app and visit us at BINnews.com. Thank y'all and be safe.
All right. Now, when we come back, we have the president and CEO of McKissack & McKissack, the nation's oldest minority and women-owned design and construction firm, Cheryl McKissack Daniel. We'll be talking to her. She has a new book out, so don't go anywhere. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Loren LoRosa is here with us as well, and we got a special guest in the building.
Yes, we do.
Her new book is out right now, The Black Family Who Built America. Ladies and gentlemen, she's back. Cheryl McKissack Daniel. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good to see you.
Good to see you too. You look younger.
I love that.
I know that's right.
Okay. Whatever he's doing, I need some of that.
So for people that didn't hear when you came up here last time or didn't read the book yet, explain what your family has done for this country. The Black Family Who Built America. Break it down from your great-great-grandfather, how he started and where it came from.
Moses McKissack the first.
That's right.
Okay, so let me start with saying I am the proud CEO of a 5th generation business in America. And I know Charlamagne keeps calling it 7 generations. He's just calling in the girl behind me.
Okay.
And her children, my grandkids.
He got in trouble for that earlier today. She was one of the producers was like, it's 5th generation.
I keep saying 7. I thought it was 7 generation.
Because that's what it's going to be.
Yep,
okay,
manifesting. He's speaking
That's
into
right.
existence.
He's manifesting. So, we date back 230 years in this country, starting with the first descendant of our family, Moses McKissack I, who came to this country in 1790 as a slave and was taught the trade of making brick. His son was Moses McKissack II, and he was a master carpenter. And he actually started in North Carolina, but he was given as a gift to the Cheers family in Nashville, Tennessee, or Spring Hill. And so that's when the McKissacks moved from North Carolina to Tennessee. He had 7 girls and then 7 boys. And his first son is Moses McKissack the third, and his brother Calvin. And they became the first black licensed architects in America. They were known because they traveled all through the Northeast and the South. They built over 6,000 churches. They built 13, 14 historically black colleges. All the colleges, all the buildings at Fisk University are pretty much designed by Calvin and Moses McKissack. Meharry Medical School, Tennessee State University. What's the one in Tuskegee? And so they worked all through the South. They also got an opportunity to go to Haiti and work with Papa Doc, and then over to Africa. So these men were very innovative, and the company was then passed down to my father, William D. Berry McKissack. And so now we're 4 generations in, if you haven't lost count.
All right.
And then the company was passed down to my mother, who was a fierce leader all by herself. And then eventually I stepped in and took over the company as the 5th generation.
You know what I love about that? And I joke with my kids all the time, right? And I said, you know, when I pass, I'm going to leave y'all everything. I said, but there's one thing that I need. And I said, I want to put a family portrait of me and my wife in the house. And they said, well, why? I said, a lot of times in our family, we forget about grandfathers, great-grandfathers, and what they've established and brought to us, because it's like time moves so fast.
Especially the great-grandparents.
So the fact that you can break down all that, you know, your kids will be able to break down that down. Your grandkids will be able to break that down. And that's something that I feel like we miss. You know, when people pass, you know, we're sad and then we forget about it. But these are the people that started our lives, started generational wealth we talk about all the time. And I feel like, especially in black families, we should have that. We should know, like, I don't know my great-grandfather. I don't know much about him because my grandfather didn't talk about him. And my parents didn't talk about him. But it's one of those things, it's like we move on. And I love the fact that that is so built into your family, that y'all keep talking about it. You keep mentioning, and you keep talking about the great things that your family has done. I love that.
You know, what you just said is so powerful, but it's so easy to record what's happening in your family. Just do a family tree. Just start a family tree with the individuals that you do know. I remember being like 9 or 10 years old. My mother said, look at this. We just found a family tree. And I'm like, I was fascinated by it. So that was the beginning of me really trying to get this story out. I remember taking that family tree to my father's office and turning it into a real structural plan. I mean, it was like as huge as a blueprint for a building, because it dated back to my great-great-grandfather. But I kept losing it. I mean, I totally redid it. Beautiful print and everything.
And lost it.
Can't find it. So now when it's time to do the book, I'm like, well, the one thing we need is a family tree, because people will get lost in the shuffle reading all of this. So a couple of weeks ago, I go visit my mother, and I'm cleaning out one of her drawers, and bam.
There's the family tree.
Wow. The original one I saw from the very beginning. That's God.
Wow.
And so what I would say to everyone is just start writing it down, and have someone responsible to keep it. And track it. That is why we ended up giving a lot of our artifacts to the African American Museum on the Mall, because I kept losing the original license.
Wow.
Well, you put them in your office. You know, actually, we store them, and we make replicas of the license and of the pictures and things like that. But then when it comes time when you move, you're like, oh my God, where is it? I told Chan, my PR consultant, I said, Chan, I am tired of losing this. What are we going to do? She said, we're going to give it to the museum.
That's right.
And they will keep it forever. And so that's important that, we keep up with our family legacy because everyone has one.
Yeah. You see it all the time with, when you see white people, like they do it all the time, right? Like, love him or hate him, you know who Donald Trump's father is, right? You know who Donald Trump's grandfather is, right? Because he talks about him all the time. You hear the story about his father that gave him $1 million. You hear those stories.
But that's easy though.
But a lot of times,
I think the great grandparents that you end up losing track of. Your father and your grandparents, that's easy because that's pretty much your generation.
Like Trump's son and Trump's grandson will always know about the grandfather that gave Donald Trump the $1 million to start his.
Because some of them knew him though.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But those stories always talk because you hear about the stories, and we need to talk about ours more.
I think it's a little different for us too because like with my grandmother, she always talks about how like they didn't keep record of things because it wasn't something that was normal in the household. Like you didn't have pictures of certain people, so then that gets passed down. It's just something you don't know to do.
Also, as black people, they just didn't care about us enough to give us our records.
Right, their birth records, they threw them out.
They threw them out.
Like, they didn't care. But I still think you can find it.
Yeah.
It's just genealogy and getting a genealogist to help you, go through it. I mean, we went back, with Nick Childs, we went back to Spring Hill, Tennessee and went through records of, the slaves that were actually working on the McKissack house and the Cheers house. And there were records. I mean, they try to erase them, but they can't. I mean, they're graves. So I think everyone can track their family history.
We're still kicking it with Cheryl McKissack Daniel, the president and CEO of McKissack and McKissack. Now, that's the nation's oldest minority and women-owned design and construction firm. She has a new book out right now. Charlamagne?
When I read this book and I see how this empire started in the 1800s, it reminds me of how resilient black people are.
Yes.
We can navigate our way through anything. So it gave me a sense of hope, especially for the times that we're in now. Has it always given you that sense of pride?
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, 1 in 5 businesses fail the first year. 65% fail in 10 years, and the average family business only lasts 24 years. Now, the chances for a family business to pass down to a second generation is like 60%. The chances of it passing to a third is 14%, and to a fourth generation is 3%. So here we are at 5 generations. And so I think what we do in the book is we make a case as to how the McKissacks were able to do that. And it goes all the way back to slavery. So slavery was different in every state. Like North Carolina was probably the most lenient of slaves at the time compared to, let's say, Alabama and some other states. South Carolina. And really, it's because they didn't have as many of the huge plantations. Slave masters had more like 12, 13, 14, 15 slaves. So the slaves were more like extended family. They weren't really, they didn't have to be suppressed. Because just think about it. We went to Spring Hill, Tennessee, and we saw a plantation where there was a family of 5 people, but there were 300 slaves working for them. So who had the power?
That's right.
Right? So you have to suppress the 300 people if you want to survive. And so it wasn't like that in North Carolina. So we make that case that, the leniency of slavery in that state must have helped the McKissacks get to where they are. And then the fact that slave masters after slavery still needed the craft and services that we provided. So they put us in business. And so the McKissacks were put in business by their slave masters. Moses McKissack II had his first company. And so, this was during the time where we had Tulsa. So we had the Black Wall Street. And this was all over the country happening. I mean, this did not change until Birth of a Nation. And I don't know if you read that in the book. But that's why I was so excited to launch the book last week in Martha's Vineyard at the African American Film Festival. Because it is the complete opposite of what was happening in Hollywood 100 years ago with Birth of a Nation that depicted us as ignorant, subhuman, sexual predators. And you know, it scolded white people who thought maybe we should reach out. You know, they're trying to figure out what to do. You were a slave one day and now you're in business the next day. They're patronizing you. Some people are they're good people. And so this film scolded them and said to them, listen, if you patronize these businesses or if you have any empathy or sympathy for black people, you shouldn't. And then for others who hated us, it gave them the license to just kill us.
And instilled more fear in them as to why they should never give us any political power.
I mean, the fear is still here today. And that was the rebirth of the Ku Klux Klan. You know, and because it was economically so successful, it was really like the beginning of Hollywood. So Hollywood was birthed with this racial movie about black people. So now to be in Martha's Vineyard and to go to all of those black films that really tell the truth about us. You know, all the women aren't skinny with long blonde hair.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I went to see Ebony Canal, which is about the problem we're having with black women pregnancy, getting pregnant, delivering healthy children, and our children living past a year. You know, and I was so glad to see that the women really did look black. Nothing was sanitized. And that's what we have to do, is tell our stories, and that's what our book does. It's a receipt.
You know, I'm glad that you brought the TV part of it up, because I remember when they were going to turn your story into a television show, right, with Paramount, and I'm like, that's never probably going to happen now, right? But it's because when you
dropped it.
but when you showcase these type of stories, and I'm glad we were able to publish the book, but when you showcase these type of stories, it provides inspiration. It does the exact opposite of what films like The Birth of a Nation would do.
Yes. Yeah. Because that was detrimental. I mean, because of that, I believe is the root of Tulsa being burned and, you know, Chester, Pennsylvania, all across the nation where black people were thriving. If they had just left us alone right now, this picture would be totally different than it is today.
I do have to ask, you know, when I speak to a lot of black company owners and construction company owners, they say one of the hardest things is these companies don't pay out when they're supposed to, right? So it's like, you know, let's say they have a net 30, net 60, net 90. We're supposed to get paid in these times. And it's like a lot of times they feel like, especially with the black companies, they don't have the money to hold until they actually do get paid. Do you have to deal with that a lot when it comes to these companies when you building these things and things like that? Because a lot of companies actually fold because they're owed money and they just can't survive.
Oh, you got to read the book.
Financial clearance.
I haven't yet. That's what I'm asking.
No, that's definitely a problem. Okay, when you
and it seems like it happens to us more than others.
Okay, so the bottom line is real estate and construction is a capital intense business, right? You got to have some serious money, some serious relationships. If you're building airports, schools, you know, anything in New York. I mean, renovating a kitchen is $1 million in New York. Okay, so you
crazy.
you got to have money. And so it's very difficult to bridge that gap as a new contractor coming in. And so what we do is we create what's called an Impress account. So let's take JFK Terminal 1. And, you know, this is the difference between having black ownership at the top of the food chain. Because we have Jim Reynolds, Luke Capital, and Magic Johnson. But we were able to do an Impress account, meaning we could pay contractors extremely quickly. Before 30 days. Because the bottom line is, if your construction is faulty in any way, you're going to see it. You're gonna, as long as you're inspecting on a regular basis, you're going to see if there's a problem. So if a contractor, you know, gets paid a little bit more and they still have to come back and fix something, so what? Contractors are used to tearing down a wall and putting it back up, as long as you catch it. So that helps contractors a lot, because cash flow is extremely important here. Because if you miss your union dues by a few days, your workers don't show up. And the union doesn't mess around with that. They want their union dues, and they want the union to be paid. So you got to pay for that. You got to get your materials to the job. So when you're a contractor, a lot of that money is flowing from you to other sources. If it's your payroll, if it's your equipment or what have you. And you're only keeping a fraction of it to yourself. And so if you don't get paid on time, or if you have to borrow money, that's eating into your actual profit. And so, yeah, that is a serious problem. Access to capital.
We're still kicking it with Cheryl McKissack Daniel, the president and CEO of McKissack & McKissack. Now, that's the nation's oldest minority and women-owned design and construction firm. She has a new book out right now. Charlamagne?
You talk to us about some of the challenges you faced when y'all were involved with the Barclays Center in Brooklyn. Because I found that
that was, when I look back on that experience, it was probably one of the best. Because I remember sitting just watching TV and hearing Bruce Radner was going to buy this team and build this arena. And I knew Brooklyn was, had a high percentage of African Americans, and that the politicians there were strong, and they were going to make sure that minorities or African Americans were a part of this development. And so I remember just thinking, okay, let me make a list of all the black politicians, ministers, people who run organizations, and I'm going out and I'm meeting all of them. And in the first 4 or 5, I met Bertha Lewis. And you talking about a force of nature. I mean, Bertha Lewis was well respected, because if you didn't respect her, she was going to picket your site. And I mean, really turn it out. So she became really good friends with Bruce Radner. She had a real knack for finding compromise. Some people are all or nothing. She found great compromise, and so people like Bruce Radner respected her. The next thing I know, she's flying around on his plane. And I'm like, okay, she's in, I know I'm in. And that's how it works. It's important that we really work together as a race. All of us working together will make a difference. Like Charlamagne, you saying, I will publish your book. That is Black solidarity. That is really working together. That is when Black people, when I can go in a room and I can talk about you and you're not there, and I can say something positive and support you. That's what we need to happen all the time. We need sponsors at high levels doing that all the time. The Jim Reynolds and Magic Johnsons, I can't talk about them enough and what they've done. We're at $1 billion at JFK Terminal 1 spent with MWBE firms because of their leadership, their risk. It was a risk for them to own this airport and putting their money where their mouth is. And so we were able to help local Black firms in Queens, in Manhattan, in Brooklyn. I mean, it's a beautiful story. I can go back to, and this is in the book, I was in Martha's Vineyard for the launch of the book, and Wendy and George Van Amsen walked in. So Wendy and George are in my book because when I had my first payroll that I could not make, I called 5 Black investment bankers, and they all gave me money. They all let me borrow money from them, and they were 2 of them. At first, I got the wife first, and she said, I'm going to make George write you a check too. And that's how we have to do it.
That's right.
We have to work together. And so Barclay Arena is that story, working with Londell McMillan, Roger Green, Black politician back then. They went into Bruce Radner with Bertha Lewis, and they said, listen, we don't care who you bring in on the majority side, but you're going to work with McKissack and McKissack. Because that's who we want. Because we know that they're going to pay it forward. They're going to make sure our community goes to work. And so Barclay Arena is like all of that coming together, Black solidarity coming together and making it happen.
Tell us about the merch that they asked.
Okay.
That y'all didn't bring us, by the way.
I know. We ran out in the vineyard. Everybody wanted a t-shirt.
Well, that's amazing.
And it's really catchy. But they ask, and the back says, who built this? And the reason why that's significant is because people walk in their own church. They can walk in a hospital, walk through a train station. People can say, oh, it feels nice. I like this environment. But no one says, well, who built this? No one asked the question, who designed this? You know, is there a connection between Terminal 1 at JFK and LaGuardia Central Terminal? Like, who built this? And so we want to bring awareness to that, for people to say who built this, and for people to get interested in the real estate design and construction profession. And of course, we say we did. That's right. McKissack.
That's amazing. That's amazing. My husband always does that though. He does ask, like, wherever we go sometimes, well, I wonder who built this. He really
but he's
does.
also Mexican.
Please don't worry. Please. Cheryl, it's not even. Don't even give that no light over there. He asks that all the time. We go to museums, we go to stuff. He be like, I wonder who built this. Like he always.
Well, maybe he has he likes construction. Or
Miss McKissack though.
Oh, where do you think she was going?
Exactly where she went. Maybe because you know how they are.
Maybe construction a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, we just ordered 500 t-shirts because we're going to Invest Fest.
Okay, I know that's right.
So you will all get your t-shirts before we go down there.
Please, because you ain't gonna leave with none in Atlanta. So good.
That's right.
Yes, you'll be doing a fireside chat with Miss Basketball at Invest Fest.
That's right.
This year. It'll be on Friday. What is it? Friday the 20...
Second?
August
22nd. Friday the 22nd.
That's right.
5 o'clock.
Yep.
The black family who built America. We
Man.
appreciate you for joining us so much.
The book is available everywhere
I
you
can't wait
buy
to read
books
it.
right now. From Cheryl, McKissack, Daniel. You are Black history.
That's right.
Like, we always be reading stuff in history books and, wondering who these people were. We got living, breathing Black history sitting with us every day, still out here. So we need to celebrate it, appreciate it, learn about it, and know about it. So when they ask who built it, you could be like, oh, I know her. I just saw her on Breakfast Club.
Exactly. That's what I'm telling you.
I love it. I love it.
I'm gonna tell my husband next time. Cheryl McKissack. They built that, babe. I know that. I know her.
Tell him that every single time.
Yes.
All right.
I got her some water. Yes, I know her.
Tell him if he wants to go in design and construction, come see me.
All right, Michelle.
Wow.
Make sure.
She need a job. She got her. I know her. She hired my uncle.
Jesus Christ. It's Cheryl McKissack, thank you so much for joining us. Pick up the book, The Black Family Who Built America. At Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ MV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Again, salute to Cheryl McKissack, Daniel, man. That story is so inspirational.
Yes.
And
5 generations of building America.
That's right. And if you want to know more about this story, then go pick up her book, The Black Family Who Built America, which is available everywhere you buy books now on my book imprint, Black Privilege Publishing with Simon & Schuster.
That's right. All right. Well, let's get to the latest with Loren.
Lauren becoming a straight fact. She gets them from somebody that knows somebody.
She gets the details.
I'm the homegirl that knows a little bit about everything.
She be having the latest on this.
The latest with Loren LoRosa.
Sometimes she have facts, sometimes she have details, sometimes she have a little bit of everything.
Well, it's the latest.
On the Breakfast Club.
Talk to me.
Okay, y'all. So, Sha'Carri Richardson, there is now additional body cam that was released from the incident with her and her boyfriend Christian Coleman in the airport in Seattle. Now, this additional body cam shows no remorse whatsoever for Sha'Carri that Sha'Carri had for Christian in the situation. She came out and did that whole apology, but this video definitely backhands that whole apology and accountability thing. Let's take a listen to Sha'Carri Richardson, the additional body cam.
And boarding pass by chance?
Yeah, do you need my ID for what if you don't mind me asking?
Investigating a possible assault.
Assault?
That's
Oh,
what
Kristen,
not
I
by him.
assaulted you.
Hey. Oh, listen.
Chris, I assaulted you? Okay.
I'm
I'm so sorry. I'm just making
it's
sure.
not him that reported it. One of the TSA folks reported it.
Oh, one of the TSA people, because I can definitely have evidence of him assaulting me if possible. No, what am I under arrest for? Christian, are you serious right now? Okay.
Under arrest for assault 14.
I didn't assault him though. We have video cameras. Thank you, Christian.
Don't talk to him right now.
Okay, I won't. Am I gonna go actually to jail right now? You are actually gonna go to jail. Christian, I'm about to go to jail because of you right now. So are y'all gonna arrest him? I'm gonna press the charges on him then.
Man.
Y'all didn't see me put hands on me, but y'all saw me put hands on him. So okay. And y'all didn't even listen to the woman's side of the story, but y'all accept the fact that I wasn't on video. Has she been read yet? I'm in a domestic violent relationship and y'all captured me. I can show you proof of me being in a domestic violent relationship.
I don't know how you continue in a relationship after that. I don't. I got that. If we're together, I don't know how you could.
Yeah. What do you mean? Her saying, well, what about him?
Yes.
Yeah, like
she was just ready to throw him
if
under
I
the
can
bus.
provide, I mean, if y'all give me a chance, I got videos of him assaulting me. Like if
Like,
need be,
damn.
like God, Jesus.
The ill part of that though is when she said, "Christian, are you serious right now?" And she started saying, "I'm gonna beat you." You wait till I get. She stopped herself. If you listen, she stopped herself like, "I'm gonna beat you."
The way she looked in the video, I was like, "Oh, they do this. This is a dance they do all
And
the
he
time."
didn't even call the police.
No, he didn't call.
it was
the police.
It was one of the agents. So this is what is crazy. When you watch the video, they're literally at a security checkpoint. Like, you about to go into like past the like TSA or whatever. When all of this is happening in the video, she clearly does touch him. She pushes him. He goes against the wall.
That's it.
And she's trying to get around. He's trying to get around her.
Walk away.
Yes, but they're right at security, so people are seeing it. So the TSA agents or the agents called the police inside of the airport. He didn't call. Actually, there's another part of the body cam when police first approach them where he tries to like cover for the situation. Let's take a listen to Christian.
I mean, it's domestic violence.
No. It's not good.
Well, you guys are in a domestic relationship.
Yeah, but
it's
there's
state
no
law.
violence.
It's still called DV.
Yeah, I understand that, but I mean, it's no violence at all. It's no violence.
There's cameras on every inch of this place. I just got done watching camera footage. You want to tell me what actually happened? She throws headphones at you. Okay. You guys come over here. Clearly, you can tell there's a heated talk going on. But she shoves your ass.
Hey, compare him talking to police to her talking to police. I'm nobody therapist, but I would tell you to run, King. Now she gonna catch you if she chase you, but I'm just telling you, you might need to run.
Well,
compare him talking to police to her.
It's a little different because he's not getting arrested. You know what I mean? If he was getting arrested, he might be talking a little differently too.
I don't think he'd be throwing her under the bus like that.
No, I don't think he would throw her under the bus. But obviously they're in a relationship where they put hands on each other before, and
That's not healthy.
That is definitely not healthy, and that definitely needs to be fixed. A lot of people are in relationships or started off in relationships like that. It comes usually from insecurity or whatever the problem is, but they need to get fixed in their relationship. I would hate for them to lose anything because they're in a young couple of relationship. You know what I mean? And things happen, but hopefully they can get it fixed before they lose too much more.
Well, they got to deal with the consequences of their actions, both of them. But I just, to the bigger point, none of this sounds healthy.
Yeah.
Like, none of this sounds like a healthy relationship.
And it's not worth it. They're both athletes. Like, got something good going for themselves. I know her, but him, isn't he like
he's a huge
also
sprinter. Yes,
right?
He's a star.
Very successful as well.
She can't catch him then.
Yes, she can.
No. She can catch him.
She quick.
And she can beat him.
She can't catch him.
Yeah, she
And
quick.
Did you
catch him and beat him?
She can't catch him.
And I was going to say, did you see the video?
If they race, he'll dust her.
No, she won't.
You say he's a sprinter? What's his fastest time?
Stop, yo, because she see this. She going
Hey, man,
back
I hate to be the guy to have to say this, but he's a man, she's a woman. Okay, all right.
Doesn't mean that. I think she's one of the fastest women in the world. She's one of the fastest women in the world.
Okay, all right, sure. All right.
Some women are. Caitlyn
what?
is faster than Bruce.
What?
Huh?
Ain't he?
What? The same people.
Christian Coleman, back in 2023, NBC Sports said Christian Coleman matched the world's fastest 100 time this year at 9.83 seconds.
What's Shikari do with that? What's Shikari do with that?
All right, put some respect on my girl's name, yo. What is
Shikari
it?
fast. I'm just saying, it's a man and a woman.
Yeah, if he's the fastest at the time, maybe Charlamagne's right.
But your speed don't matter
did
about your gender. It's your strength, but your speed.
Hold on.
Hold on, she did it.
So USA Today says in 2024, Sha'Carri qualified for the Olympic team by running 100 meter in 10.71 seconds. So he's faster.
Okay, faster.
That's according to these outlets.
Got nothing to do with him being a man, yo.
Yes,
I didn't know he was that fast. He's a sprinter. Doesn't mean.
Yes, it does.
All right.
Jess.
Oh, yo.
It does. Okay.
It does
Okay. What's she talking to you about men and women?
not.
How about that? How about you?
No,
how about you have proven that you another person had these conversations with?
Let me chill. No, you're right, yo. All right, go ahead.
Stop for the
What else you got? What else you got?
Jess, I know you're excited about this one. Kim Kardashian and Khloe Kardashian are now getting involved in a search for Amy Bradley.
Oh my God. Did they find her?
They haven't yet.
It just started, Jess.
It literally just started. So quickly as we wrap, so basically Kim Kardashian was watching the special. She posted it on her Insta story, and then she got in contact with Amy Bradley's family. She was talking to Amy Bradley's mom for an hour last Thursday, according to TMZ, and she says that, you know, or they believe that there is something there. Specifically, Kim Kardashian is interested in this like IP address from Barbados that keeps checking the Amy Bradley is missing website. So
and they doing it on holidays, like where she would miss her family most, right? So I think it's her. A lot of people speculate that they think it's her because it happens on her birthday, major holidays,
But
like
Amy
Christmas,
would be
Thanksgiving, and everything.
Like 60 years old right now, so
Yeah,
she would still be a
be.
sex
Yep,
worker, right?
She would be. They got old sex workers like that.
That's my. All right, forget it.
I was gonna say what department? All right, but yeah, no. But even still,
Y'all are so crazy, man.
even still, she could still be alive and out there. You know what I mean? She probably running it now or something. You know, they probably got her. You know, a nice solidified position in the company.
I haven't watched the documentary. What makes y'all think she's alive? I'm just asking. I don't know.
It just
because there's an IP address that's in Barbados, right? She still has like her Instagram, like her family still has like Facebook, right? And they post happy birthday to her every year since she's been missing. They post a Merry Christmas to her, and that same IP address always comes and views it, likes it, the post and everything. So they think it's her. Okay, whatever. I'm telling you, they're gonna find her. They have to find her.
Kim Kardashian and Khloe are involved, and I don't know. We'll see.
That same IP address.
That is the latest with Loren. Now, Jess Fix My Mess is coming up in a little bit. If you need some fixing of your relationship, you can get on the phone lines, 800-585-1051 if you need Jess to fix your mess. But before that, Charlamagne, who you giving your donkey to?
I mean, let's talk about fixing some things, you know what I'm saying? We keep having all these conversations about youth crime in America. Let's have a discussion about it. I need these two teenagers in my home state of South Carolina to come to the front of the congregation. I don't know their names because they are juveniles, but it's just a teachable moment here.
All right, we'll get to that next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Your execution on the donkey of the day is something to behold. Is it a read?
He gave me donkey of the day, and I deserve it.
People need to know.
Well, you need to tell them.
I am.
You have the voice. Tell them. Tell them.
It's time for Donkey of the Day.
It's a read, but you're so good at it.
You're trying to be a fake ass Charlamagne. There's only one Charlamagne to God.
Damn, Charlamagne, who you giving donkey of the day to now?
Well, Sexy Red, Donkey of the Day for Thursday, August 14th goes to two teenagers in my home state of South Carolina. They're teenagers, so I don't have their names, but this isn't really about them. It's about us, okay? A teachable moment. See, I'm thinking about President Trump and the federal takeover of D.C., the police and, you know, mobilization of the National Guard. Yes, we know this is yet another distraction that the Trump administration has created to attempt to get people to stop talking about the Epstein files. But listening to the president cite a lot of false and misleading claims about murder and youth crime in the nation's capital got me thinking, just because the data and information he may have cited is wrong doesn't mean that youth crime in D.C. and all over the country isn't happening. Because let's be honest, we all know it is. And we all know why it is. Because the powers that be aren't doing anything to truly combat crime in our communities. They never have. Okay, if you aren't addressing the social and economic factors that contribute to crime, then you're not serious about combating crime. But we're going to get back to that because I need to talk about these teenagers in South Carolina. Two juveniles have been detained for stealing a train and causing a derailment. This is impressive. Stupid, but impressive. Because I've never, ever heard of somebody committing a crime like this. Let's go to NBC4 for the report, please.
Two teens in Lawrence County are facing charges for taking a joyride in a train. Lawrence police say it happened sometime Saturday night. They say two juveniles unlawfully entered both the Carolina Piedmont Railroad and CSX Transportation Railroad facilities and stole a train. Investigators say they drove around the rail yard, and when they tried to return the engines, they crashed into parked rail cars, causing a derailment. Officials say both those teens face several charges that include second-degree burglary, grand larceny, and malicious damage to property.
Listen, I need all my nieces and nephews out there. Please listen to your Uncle Charla. If you can take the time to unlawfully enter a railroad facility and figure out how to start an engine of a train that was connected to 2 other trains and then drive those 3 trains around the yard before taking them onto the rail line that connects toward Greenville, if you can figure out how to do all that, damn it, you can do anything. Okay, there is literally nothing your mind can conceive that you can't achieve because your brain told you to do this and you did it. First of all, my whole life, I've never thought about driving a train, ever. But those are the kinds of thoughts that if we were investing in our kids the way we should, they could share with us and we could help them become an actual train operator. I wish that these 2 kids would have told an adult that, hey, I want to drive a train, and then that adult could connect them with someone who could make that dream come true for them. Okay, like a ride-along program or something, because I just Googled this morning, how do you become a railroad train operator? And correct me if I'm wrong, all the railroad train operators out there, but from what I see, the requirements are pretty basic. Okay, you can become a railroad train operator by having a high school diploma or the equivalent of it. It says you got to pass a physical exam and complete training and certification through the Federal Railroad Administration. And entry-level positions often require on-the-job training and advancement to engineer roles. They typically involve years of experience as a conductor, and they make pretty decent money. Okay, the best-paying jobs in railroads include locomotive engineers. They earn around $85,000 a year. Railroad conductors make about $65,000 a year. Railroad yard masters, which I don't even know what that is, earn up to $70,000 a year. And signal and switch operators can make over $80,000. My point is, kids, if you can spend time and energy doing the wrong thing, you can use that same time and energy to do the right thing. But this is where we, come into play. We are failing a lot of our kids, man. I already know the Trump administration wants to make America a police state, but making America a police state isn't going to solve the problem. You really want to combat crime, you have to deal with the social and economic factors that contribute to crime. You know why I invest so much of my personal time, energy, and resources into mental health initiatives? It's because I understand that if you help someone be the best version of themselves mentally and emotionally, you make society better. Okay, when you help someone deal with their unhealed trauma and that pain and hurt the individual is feeling, when you help them get some healing, they don't go out here and project that pain and hurt on the other people. Okay? But that is dealing with what's in people's head and heart. We got to start dealing with what is in people's pockets. Okay? Acting like poverty and crime don't go hand in hand is retarded. Okay, you have to give these kids opportunity and something to do. Idle mind is a devil's playground. When kids don't have nothing to do and no legal means of making ends meet, they will resort to crime unless you provide them with opportunity. We know the answers to all these problems. Our governments know the answers to these problems, okay? We got to stop saying the system is broken. All right, it's designed to do exactly what it's doing. For example, you want kids to not turn to crime. Okay, you need strong family support, which is why the system goes out its way to tear families apart. You need positive community involvement, after-school programs, recreational activities, mentorship programs, community engagement, youth clubs, religious groups. You have to give these kids a real sense of belonging. But they're cutting funding for a lot of these programs, okay, because they know it gives them purpose. Of course, education. Of course, job training and employment opportunities. Okay, social and emotional development. That goes into the education piece. They need to have social and emotional learning from pre-K to 12th grade. Teach these kids empathy and compassion, conflict resolution skills. We know the solutions to these problems, but we don't implement them because the school to prison pipeline is big business. Now, let me get back to the real root cause. Poverty and inequality. Okay, address that, and you getting right to the root cause of reducing the risk factor associated with crime. Mental health support, I will stress that until the day I die, okay? Help them deal with their trauma and emotional distress. Early intervention programs, okay? Target these at-risk youth. Not by militarizing the police and sending the feds into these cities. Target them with early intervention programs that can prevent them from developing harmful behaviors and trajectories. Okay, trade schools, STEAM programs, Job Corps, and once again, mental health services. Okay, see, when I look at these kids who went for a joyride on this train before they derailed it, I don't see lost causes, okay? I see the right energy going in the wrong direction because, once again, if they can come up with an idea to go into a railroad facility, start a train, and drive it, then they can walk into a trade school and learn how to do HVAC, okay? They can go to school and major in anything in STEAM, but we have to be their guide. We have to guide them because ain't nobody coming to save us. because the upward mobility of these young kings and queens is not part of the plan of their system. Please give these young teenagers who stole that train in South Carolina the biggest hee-haw. But what happened? Let me look. Oh, yes. I knew that already. Hi, Jess.
Hey, what's up?
How are you?
I'm good.
Are you ready to fix somebody's mess?
Of course not.
1-800-585-1051. It is time for Jess Fix My Mess. She's not an expert at anything, but she has some life experiences. And if you think some of her experiences can help you, call us right now.
And if you lost out there because you went on a Royal Caribbean cruise, I can help you too. So, yeah.
It's the world's most dangerous morning show, The Breakfast Club.
The Breakfast Club.
X about me.
Relationship problems?
X about me.
You need to beat your coworker's ass.
X about me.
Your coworker need to beat your ass? Call it up. It's Dr. Jess, and I'm here to fix your mess. It's getting very much messy. Let me fix it.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. It's time for Jess Fix My Mess. Hello, who's this?
Good morning. This is Mark.
What's up, Mark? How you doing? What's wrong? Talk to me.
Good, Jess. Hey, man, I want your insight too. You a female. You can probably help me. So I've been with my girl now, going on 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
Before I got with her, I was with my wife. Got 3 kids with her. We was in a 15-year relationship. It ended in 2017. Cool. 2020, I met my new girl. I bet. We've been rocking. But she just has like an issue with my baby mother. Like, my baby mother calls me.
Your ex-wife. Your ex-wife.
My ex-wife, yeah. My ex-wife, she calls me. You know, my oldest son, he made us a grandkid.
Nice, congratulations. I know that's a delight.
That's beautiful. Now, his mother, you know, she's always with the kids. She'll have them. She's taking pictures. You know, she'll send me pictures of the baby. All right, cool. The girlfriend, she getting pissed off. She's stalking her page. Oh, you with your baby mother. Y'all want to be with her. That's the love of your life. La, 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 la.
Okay.
You know, she just keep on her insecurities is so crazy. But I'm not even giving, like, I don't go kill my baby mother. I don't have text message, hey, what are you doing? You good? How are you? None of that.
So you've never given her any reason to think that there is still something going on, or even little sparks are there between you and your ex-wife?
Right. The only reason you can say that she's going to say is that on 3 years ago for Christmas, you know, I lived with my son. My son lived with me.
Mm-hmm.
My other 2 kids live with her. She came to my house on Christmas, you know, to give her son her gifts for my son to see her.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, she posted a picture that she was in my house. My girl went on her Facebook page to see her story, and she seen that she was in my house. And ever since that day, everything got worse because she was like, oh, she's allowed to come in your house. But I'm like, yo, I have a son who lives here.
And that's also the mother of my children and my ex-wife. And, you know, not for nothing, no, we're not attracted to each other anymore, but we're going to always be in each other's lives no matter what.
Right.
Because,
if my son wants his mother to come over and cook him dinner, like, she ain't come cooking over for me. You know what I mean? Just
I ain't know it was the dinner.
Yeah.
Did your girl live with you at that time?
I'm not even there. I left. I'm gone. I'm out doing me.
Okay,
I come home.
But did your girl live there though?
My girl don't live there. No, she got her own crib.
Okay, all right. I was gonna say, I would feel a little disrespected because she ain't got to be in here cooking for her son. Why her son can't go to her house and she cook for him at her house?
But Jess, that's like you know what I mean? Your son living with
I totally do get it. All right, listen.
And you going over there trying to cook for him, you leave.
I'm still waiting on Rome to get a house, so we can't even compare that. Listen, now how old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm 40.
Okay, and how old is your girlfriend?
She's 30.
Okay, look, so, no, and this is not me saying that she's too young for you, no, but she's still, you know, you're living in a different decade, and I know that may not You don't think that matters, but it does. Okay, so everything that you went through in your 30s, she's just now about to embrace that. You know what I mean? Like, all her insecurities are not gone yet. You know, she's fresh out of her 20s, so she's 30. So she's still on that type of time where there are insecurities. You were married before her, but you were married not for 1 or 2 years. You got a lot of history with the mother of your 3 children. You know what I mean? So, yeah, she is intimidated by your ex-wife. Absolutely. We can't even deny that. She can't deny it. She won't admit it, but she is.
What would you say as the man? What would you say I need to do? And not just say, oh, I need you to reassure her you don't want to be there because I did that. Like,
yeah.
Or what do I need to do? Really sit down and speak like, yo, if you can't get past this, we're going to have to, you know what I mean? We're going to
absolutely. That's absolutely what you have to do. If you're not doing anything wrong, you know, if you're not really still in love with your ex-wife or even have a crush on her, okay. So I'm going to take your word for it. Then that's the conversation you got to have with your girlfriend because she is insecure and intimidated by your ex-wife and there's no way to get around that. That's gonna come with time. But if you ain't got the time because you 40 and you like, look, you should already be, you know what I'm saying? You should just get it. Then you need to move on from that.
Word. Because now, mind you, this Jess, she got 2 kids of herself, so she got 2 different baby fathers herself now. I don't bring that type of energy. I embrace it. Oh, you want to go pick them up? All right, let's go. I go pick up her son with her.
Yeah.
At her baby father.
But see,
like, there's no energy like that coming from me.
But you see, you're also on another side of you on a different side of it. You 40, you've been married, you already had all, you know what I'm saying? You're family oriented anyway. You're a dad. You're all for, you know, doing all the right things. You all for that. Man.
Well, that's what I'm trying to, because I really don't want to lose it, but it's like, I'm to the point now, it's like, I'm ready to just let this go. So you keep on bringing up my baby mother.
Right,
like,
protect
I don't
your
even
peace.
think of Shorty, and you keep mentioning somebody I want to be with.
Yeah, you gotta protect.
Like, you're gonna fuck around and I'm gonna do you dirty with somebody that's not even my baby mother. You put stuff on her.
See, so if you thinking like that, nah, you just gotta go because now she turning you toxic, brother. Like you can't even do that. It's the YBs. You know, we got YNs, but we don't talk about the YBs enough. These young bitches, man. So you can't do that. You gotta.
Yo, I love that, Jess.
Yes, protect your peace, King. You gotta do that. Have that conversation with her. She gotta keep it moving.
All right, I appreciate that.
No
Jess.
problem.
I have to get your insight because you be cooking up some good insight, and
you know,
I appreciate that.
Appreciate you. Have a good
DJ
day.
Envy, I'm gonna see you Saturday, my boy.
All right, my G. Can't wait to see you. Get there early because it's gonna be a lot of fun, man. You bringing the kids? You bringing the wife? Who you coming with?
Nah, he not bring. See, that's the problem.
I'm bringing the same
He
girl.
not bringing the wife because he got a girl who mad because his ex-wife is a little bit too much comfortable.
Yo, don't bring that mess around me, bro. Like don't talk to me.
I'm not gonna bring it around, but I'm gonna bring it out there to show her, like, yo, this is our time. This is what we doing.
Period. There you go.
Just don't bring that mess because you start your mess in your house. Then when I get home later on that night, my wife gonna be like, yo, what you think about that? And then I answer the question wrong. Then I'm in trouble.
Exactly. We don't need none of that energy.
I got.
All right, man. I'll see you on Saturday, man.
Looking forward to it, man. Y'all have a good one.
You too.
We're in the middle of Jess Fix My Mess. Hello, who's this?
Hi, this is Anonymous.
Hi, Anonymous. What's wrong? What's up?
So basically, this is a big, heavy story, Jess.
Okay.
I have been married to an African since 2010. So 15 years, okay?
What happened?
15 years. So right now, he's the most narcissistic man I've known thus far, okay?
I hear that a lot about them, okay.
He drinks. He's a Muslim. Only thing he does Muslim is not eat pork.
Okay.
Basically, we have 3 children, and right now I left him as of Tuesday.
Okay.
Today is Thursday. I haven't been able to work. He has been stalking me because of where he knows where I'm currently at with the children. Basically, I need to figure out how do I separate myself from this terrible situation.
A restraining order.
Well,
you know damn well if you being stalked and you trying to figure out how to get somebody from off your tail, and you know what I mean? Restraining order, straight up. You gotta go to the courts. If he narcissistic, he won't leave you alone. If he, you know, nobody can have you but me. Like, is he that type of person?
Yeah, basically, and
that's
it's
dangerous,
not like, you know, it's not like when he has me, he's treating me good. If he was a good man, I wouldn't have left.
Is he here legally?
Yeah. Yeah, ICE can't get him. I'll help them with that. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you
This
thought
is
about
before.
you thinking what you already thought about that?
Yeah.
Okay,
No,
all
he got fired by Obama. You know what I'm saying? He's not his president.
He ain't never got to go back nowhere. Damn.
He
All
can't
right.
go nowhere. He here.
Take his ass to court then. That's it. That you need to, because this sounds, I mean, we making little jokes and laughing, but this is very dangerous. You know, this is always
No.
to
That's,
some.
that's basically what it is as well. So basically, let me say this.
Mm-hmm.
Even with the courts, you know what? That's what I was thinking about as well. You know what I'm saying? Because basically, yeah, I can go to the courts. I can get the divorce. That's $250. You know what I'm saying? I already thought about that as well. All you got to do is go down there. But once you do that, then what? Like like, how do I open up his mind to think that life is not over? Like, we don't have to stay together forever, you know?
Yeah. Look, but it's the thing. He know that already. He just wants you to think that. He wants you to be binded to him mentally. He wants you to feel like you can't make it without him. And y'all already got kids together and all that, right?
Agreed.
That's what that's what a narcissist does. Like, they make you think that you're the problem. You need to hold on to that person. He know he can be, he don't have to be with you. You don't have to be with him. But he's already conditioned you to think that you have to. You know what I mean? That's how they work. So, man, the court, like I said, keep calling the police. Create a trail. Like, you have to.
So let me just say, I have not ever put the police on him. You know, because for one, I'm trying not to put him. You know, yeah, he doesn't have this, but you're absolutely right. It's been so many cases where I should have.
Yeah.
But then, to have that police trail, I just want you to live your life. I still want you to be a good daddy. I just want you to be somewhere else to being a good daddy. And if he with messing around with me, I start calling the people. Oh, he gonna get some real charges.
Well, that seemed like what he needs, some real charges. Like, no slap on the wrist. Like, he really need a wake up call. Can't be a narcissist with everybody. Can't be a narcissist with the police. Can't be narcissist in jail. Can't be narcissist in the courts. You know what I mean? So, I take your safety and the safety of your children very seriously, babe. I think you should go ahead and figure that out. Like,
for you to say that part right there is most definitely the goal and the key. The first, main priority.
Yeah, because you got to be around for them. Just don't sound safe. So,
all right,
babe. I appreciate you. Good luck, honey.
All right, thank you.
All right, well, Jess Fix My Mess. 800-585-1051. When we come back, we got the latest with Loren. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Let's get to the latest with Loren.
Hey! Loren becoming a straight fact.
She gets them from somebody that knows somebody.
She gets the details.
I'm the homegirl that knows a little bit about everything.
She be having the latest on you.
The latest with Loren LoRosa.
Sometimes she have facts, sometimes she have details, sometimes she have a little bit of everything.
Well, it's the latest.
On The Breakfast Club.
Talk to me.
Kid Cudi sat down with the Call Her Daddy podcast, and he's been on a promo tour because he dropped his memoir. Cudi, the memoir, is out now via memoir. Sorry,
not memoir.
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 A book about itself.
No,
okay, he got a book about itself, and so he's talking about a bunch of different things throughout his career, his time, relationships he was in, and he gets into his time dating and dealing with Cassie. So they talked to him about that on Call Her Daddy. Let's take a listen.
You were with her, obviously, during a very dark time of what she was going through with Diddy. During that time, your house was broken into, your car was lit on fire. What do you just overall remember about that time?
In the moment, it was just crazy. I had a hard time understanding if it was reality. I was like, am I in a movie? What the is going on? It was just chaotic and intense. I was already out of my mind dealing with my own personal so I was really just like, it. I was willing to walk into the fire, and I just, over the years, I just thought about it as some wild that happened in my rock and roll life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he also talked about testifying for Cassie on the stand in the Diddy trial. He said that they asked him like 2 or 3 times he didn't want to go, but the last time he said, you know what, I'm going to go, I'm going to show up for her. So he did. He pulled up and he hated that he had to do it, but he felt like he had to be there for her. And then he talked about like his outfit choice and how he was like, I'm going to pull up in here real cool and just go do what I need to do. And I will say the day that he came to court, it was, I mean, anytime, a celebrity is coming, there were so many people there, but I do think that people were hanging on to his every word because he was the only celebrity in this whole situation. People were looking to see what celebrities were involved for different reasons. He was the only celebrity that actually got on the stand outside of Cassie and talked through things. So people were listening to him. So it was a big moment for him. And I guess he talks about how much pressure it put on him.
You testified in court.
Yeah.
How did you feel going into that situation?
I felt I was calm. I was there because I had to be. At first, they asked, I said no. They asked again, I said no. Then I got subpoenaed. But I hated every minute of it. I did not want to do it. But then I thought about, I'm here to support Cassie. Cassie is my friend. I've always just wanted to see her thrive and do well and be happy, because I know she was living a nightmare. And I just was there to support her. That's what kind of gave me peace with it when I sat down in that chair.
Yeah, I didn't know we had the second audio, but thanks for that. Yeah, so you guys heard him on that.
But a bunch of people got subpoenaed and still didn't go, though.
Oh, 100%. Victim 3, which we found out was Gina, one of Diddy's ex-girlfriends, didn't show up. There were people who...
James Cruz, his manager...
did not show up as well.
I think a couple of security guards got subpoenaed. They didn't go as well.
But I think for him, it was more about being there to support Cassie. I think he knew the impact his testimony would have because there was so much conversation around the alleged arson and all the things.
Yep.
I'm interested in reading Cuddy's book, but not because of None of the Mess. I'm interested in reading it because from what I saw, he talks about a lot of his personal struggles, especially dealing with mental health and depression and suicidal thoughts. And if you know anything about Cuddy, his fans, like my guy Pete Davidson has said for years that Kid Cudi's music helped him to not kill himself.
Right.
So I'm interested in reading Cuddy's book for that.
And even where Kid Cudi came from, like he came from, working at a store in the village and just doing music and being heard, and just his story is an amazing story.
Yeah, it's all about that, being here in the blog era in New York. And he talks about in a really vague, like really good detail, he talks about the Speed and Bullet to Heaven album, which is where he said that was going to be his goodbye. That was like almost like his suicide letter because he did not want to be here. So yes, the book is going to be full of a lot of things. And he talked about that in the interview too. So go take a listen
to that.
It's out though.
It came out this week.
Yes, it's out. Yep, via Simon & Schuster.
And a lot of people don't know Jim Jones actually crossed him over to a lot of people that had no idea who he was.
I did not know that.
When Jim Jones did the remix to Day and Night.
Oh, okay.
He crossed over to a lot of the hip hop fans who did not know who Kid Cudi was at first.
That's the jam.
Well, in other New York news, the Broadway theater owners are very upset still about the casino in Times Square, and they are pissed off at Jay-Z, Fat Joe, and Charlamagne the God.
Oh my God, what you do now?
What I got to do?
Every day.
Yeah, so basically yesterday, 16 theaters on Broadway lit up their marquee, and they had digital billboards that read "No Times Square Casino." Now, this message was displayed right before and during the first state hearing on the gambling facility that is going to be coming potentially to Times Square. Now, the reason why they're mad at Fat Joe and Charlamagne the God sitting right here is because you were there to testify on the behalf of the casino.
Well, it's not testifying.
You testified?
First of all, there was 150 people there, and you had people there that were in support of the casino. A lot of people who were there in support of the casino, like myself, and then you had people who opposed it, which is life, right? Like, that's the way life is.
Everybody won't agree, but you testified.
I did not testify. I walked up to the microphone like everybody else walked up to the microphone.
And say what?
Yeah, rock the mic.
I said a lot of things. I said I believe in the casino. I believe in what Rock Nation and Caesar's Palace are doing. And one thing I didn't say yesterday, and we say it here on the Breakfast Club all the time, was for all the money we pay in taxes and tolls here in New York City, New York should look like Dubai. Like it should at the least look like Charlotte or Dallas.
Don't tell Donald Trump that.
Like downtown Chicago was beautiful. My point is the city needs an upgrade, and I think Caesar's Palace provides that. And I go to a lot of Broadway.
Yes.
Broadway is not sexy. Caesar's Palace could bring a lot of sexy to Times Square.
How long did you ride the mic for?
What are you talking about?
How long did you
said you walked up to the mic?
I wasn't talking long. Nobody was talking long. Like literally people would walk up and speak for like 30, 45 seconds. That's about it. And I just talked about how, I feel like it's going to bring more customers for surrounding businesses. It's going to increase tourism. Rock Nation is going to make a real investment into the long-term health of the city. That's gonna bring thousands of, and I heard this. I heard people saying this yesterday. Like, they had construction workers going up there saying how it's gonna bring thousands of construction jobs. Thousands of permanent jobs because they gotta hire like 3,000, 4,000 people. Yes, I just don't understand why people are against this. And if you are against all of the billions of dollars, this will bring to the city and communities, what are you gonna do?
How will the casino hurt? Like, how will it hurt the? Like,
people say
what
things
are they
like
saying?
more traffic. They say things like more congestion, more crime. But no, I think it's going to actually increase security in that area. If you ask me, personally. But what do I know?
Well, it's definitely going to bring traffic, but I mean,
it's already traffic.
The way they do congestion prices and everything, like you said, is already traffic there. They'll just have to detour things, and it'll create more opportunities for parking garages and things like that, because people are going to have to come down here and park.
Yes, it brings more
to come down here and stay.
It brings more people for the businesses that are down there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just want to know how you didn't see none of these signs.
For all of this. Parking garages and stuff, like
there'll be parking garages.
They probably will use what's already there, though, right?
Yes.
Like lean into
and
what's
they'll
already
build
there.
more. The crazy thing is, in that article from the New York Post, whoever was talking about me and Fat Joe called us bald faces.
Oh my God!
They also at one point said rappers, but I don't know if they're referring to you and Fat Joe,
No,
or they're
they
talking
weren't.
about with Jay-Z and Fat Joe. But
gosh.
sometimes these
If you-
outlets
If you read the article, they refer to me as a radio personality.
they do
But
at second,
bald
but
face?
first a rapper.
What does bald faced mean?
You don't have no hair on your face.
Fat Joe rewinds the time. Fat Joe got plenty of hair. How did he mean bald headed?
No, he dyes it. Like he don't got no
Called
plenty
you a
of face.
pedophile?
It's still
face,
not bald.
face?
It's not bald.
What?
It's still not bald.
They better leave Bay alone.
It was just silly.
Stacey!
It's so stupid.
Bald face is funny though, and I'm gonna use it.
All right. Well, that is the
Bald
latest.
face celebs ended up at the front of the line to testify,
That's crazy.
while others in the theater district complained that the hearing was held to make was held during matinee show times.
And I didn't get in front of. When I walked in, Fat Joe was sitting down. I waited in line like everybody else.
Your
right,
bald
girl.
face was in that line.
That's crazy.
Bald face rapper, you.
Hey man,
All right.
like a
go
thumb.
be a part of your community. Do
Did
something.
somebody come up to you and be like, yo?
Yes,
what would
they
you
did.
do?
There was mad love in there. Absolutely, 100%.
I know
Dropping
that's
the clues
right.
bombs to everybody I saw yesterday. Yes, there was mad love in there. Absolutely.
Well, that's the latest with Loren. People's Choice Mix is up next. Let's go. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We got a salute to Cheryl, McKissack, Daniel for joining us again this morning.
Man, salute to the great Cheryl McKissack, man. She is literally living, breathing Black history. If you don't know about McKissack and McKissack Construction Company, you need to. They have contributed to the development of the Barclays Center, Lincoln Field in Philadelphia.
Airports.
JFK Airport. A bunch of different things. But, I mean, it's just a story to me. It's a story to me of resilience, because literally this construction company started during slavery and it's still thriving today. So make sure you go pick up The Black Family Who Built America by Cheryl McKissack Daniel. Available on my book in print, Black Privilege Publishing, with Simon & Schuster.
Very inspiring. You know, we got a couple days left to my car show. It goes down Secaucus, New Jersey, which is 20 minutes from the city.
Hey.
Kids 5 and under are free. There's free parking, all types of cars, amusement rides, and games for the kids. And then after this weekend, I'm also in Chicago. It's the sexy party. It's me and Lorenz Tate. Like, when they say sexy, they said me and Lorenz Tate.
Like Lorenz Tate, Lorenz Tate.
Yeah.
Girl, you excited?
Yeah, but I'm the sexy one when I said the sexy party.
What,
But
you gonna set up the pinch my butt booth that you used to do? You know, Envy used to do a pinch my butt booth.
Really? No, I didn't know
He
that.
did.
That's
He
not
said
true.
it as a joke, and somebody tried his ass one
Somebody
time.
did, but it wasn't a booth. I was walking out the club. I did a good job, and he smacked me on my ass
Well,
and
that's
said,
what you
good
get
job.
for telling people that. Exactly.
I didn't know what to do after that, so I just ran out the club. But
because he was married, he would have known what to do if he wasn't married.
Oh my
Hey, yo. Come on, yo.
But we will be Chicago on that.
Oh, it was a
moment.
guy. No, it was a guy that slapped his butt.
I know what you're
Okay,
saying.
I want to be
This
clear.
is
I want to be
crazy,
clear about
yo.
that. Okay.
And you gonna be in Sacramento?
I'm gonna be in Sacramento at Hard Rock Live Casino, man. So get your tickets. It's me, Donnell Rawlins, Chico Bean, and D. Ray Davis, man. So get your tickets for that. JessHilariousOfficial.com. I'll see y'all Sacramento.
And speaking of Sacramento, man, today is the born day of the great Magic Johnson, one of the greatest point guards of all time.
You're not from Sacramento.
A fantastic businessman. You heard Cheryl McKissack Daniel talking about the importance of Magic Johnson in business earlier, but it just makes me think about Sacramento whenever I think about Magic Johnson because of a conversation we had when he was here on the Breakfast Club. But let's wish Magic a happy birthday, and we'll let y'all hear the conversation.
We turn up. Happy birthday to one of the all-time greats, Magic Johnson.
When you first got the information, did you ever say to yourself, it was that nasty bitch from Sacramento who did that?
Well, you think like that, no question about it. But I think what happens is you definitely go back and you start thinking. but you can't trace it, you know?
The Breakfast Club.